Hey everyone, Kensurfs here, and we're in the man cave. We're not playing some pinball machines yet, but we are sitting at my dad's bar, and I'm going to do a review today that's a little different than usual. It's not a review of a shaving product or a pinball machine or anything like that. This is going to be a review of, believe it or not, a water bottle. Because a lot of people had commented in my videos that they see I do a lot of traveling. If you watch my videos, you can see I do a lot of traveling. And they asked me, hey, when you're going out on these airplanes or these hikes, or you're taking your noisy dog right here who's about to start barking out on these walks through these wetlands and nature trail, do you bring a water bottle? You know, and I thought, hey man, this is a shaving video or a travel video. I'm not going to do, I'm not going to answer questions on water bottles, but those questions kept coming. So yes, I do take water bottles when I go to these places, and for years, I carried the Camelback. This one's probably 4 years old. I have several of these. I carried these because they were convenient, but there's a downside to these bottles. And one of the downside is they really just don't keep the water cool very long. If you could fill this with ice, bring it to work, you leave at 6 o'clock, get to work at 6:30, by 8 o'clock, 8:30, that ice is all melted, and this happens. They sweat. And I work for an engineering firm, and when I like to have water with me in meetings in case you have to speak. You gotta, wet the old whistle. The Camelback sweats, and I am usually at engineering meetings where they're passing around plans, sign-in papers, displays, and if that ring of water hits those plans, it's embarrassing, and it's happened more than once to me. So one of the negatives is they sweat. And the second is they really don't keep the water cold. So my cousin, he kept asking me for, months, hey, why don't you try out the Hydro Flask? What the hell is the Hydro Flask? A water bottle that I looked online, it costs between 20 and, $40. And he goes, hey, you get what you pay for. And you really do. If you want a long-lasting product, you probably have to pay a little more than what some generic plastic thing may cost you. So he actually got a new Hydro Flask as a gift, and he had his old one, and he said, hey, would you like it? And I thought, but he gave it to me, and I tell you, what a fantastic product. And I'm going to tell you right now, nobody from this company has told me or has asked me to do a video review, nothing like this. They haven't offered me any products to try. This is sincere. This is what I've been using for probably the last 2 months. And this product does not sweat. In that previous video, you saw it side by side with that Camelback, and it just absolutely does not sweat. And this keeps the water cold. I filled this, it's about 5 o'clock now, 5 p.m. I filled this up at 6 a.m., took it to work, and it's still got some water in it. It's ice cold still. There was some ice in here earlier. Pretty much melted, but this is ice cold. Now, I go to amusement parks. I've got a Southern California pass at Disneyland, so I go to Disneyland a lot. I go with my daughter, I go with my wife, and man, you get thirsty there, and you want to carry a bottle of water. So you're either going to be carrying, some plastic bottle with you, or you're going to be carrying a Camelback, and if you do, the water's going to get warm. The ice is going to melt, and it's going to get warm. And ironically, they don't even, you go into the park with these, I thought, Disneyland doesn't make you pour it out. They let me in. But these bottles, like I said, let the water get warm. These don't. I brought this in with ice in it, have had no issue. I did bring this to an Angels game, an Anaheim Angels game at Angels Stadium. And I got it in with no problem one time with ice water in it. One time they made me pour it out. So when I got into the park, and I was going to go buy my, $40 hot dog and peanuts, I asked if I could get some ice, a cup of ice. I put it in here, filled it up with water. I was set. This thing lasted all day. So it's a really good bottle for keeping things cold. You go on the airplane, they're not going to let you bring, when you go through TSA, they're not going to let you bring this full through TSA. It has to be empty. But once you get inside, you can go to one of those food courts or the McDonald's or whatever they have in there at the airport that you're traveling from, and you can ask for a cup of ice, put it in, fill it with water. You're going to be set for 8 hours. I mean, it lasts a long time. Now, this is the 32-ounce version. It's kind of bulky, but I ended up buying online the 21-ounce version, and I bought it with the sports cap. So the sports cap is, a little bit easier if you're driving. It's a little bit easier to hang on to. I've got a backpack that it slides in if I'm doing hiking, and it absolutely keeps the water cold. My only negative observation on this one is I probably should have got the taller bottle that held a few more ounces. This is the 21. I probably should have got the next size up, and I will look into that because I've been to their site and it's just fantastic. But never mind their site. I was here today. Check this out. I mean, what a selection there. You can go nuts. I brought my wife in. I said, look, I'm going to buy you one. And she goes, I don't want you spending $39 for me for a water bottle. I go, hey, Merry Christmas. Pick one. She couldn't decide. Too many choices. So now she's looking online and thinking about ordering, a customized one. They have some limited edition with scenes on it. So she's doing that. So that's my take on the Hydro Flask. And again, I'm late to the party. There's a ton of videos out there on this item. I'm very late to the party. But one thing I've noticed is at work, when I brought this in, I go, hey, look, guys, I work in an engineering firm. I go, I got me a Hydro Flask. 3 guys that sit near me have the damn exact same color, same flask. So now I see why when I'm down at San Diego State picking up my daughter or going to the campus, I see why the students and people who have these put stickers on. Because you don't actually accidentally pick up Joe Blows, the engineer who sits next to you, and drink whatever he's got in there. I want my own flask. And they do sell, what I got for this is I got the rubber bottom cover. Negative I've seen is they kind of dent. If you drop these, they kind of get a little dented. See that? So these rubber covers, they fit right on there. And besides letting you know that this is yours, you can get black, get red, get whatever color you want. It kind of gives a little more protection to the bottom. So I ended up doing that for that. And I'm probably going to do that for this one. So far, I've had no issues. So there you go. The Hydro Flask. I love these. Love them. But they just don't cut it anymore. They also make, this one also can hold your coffee. And I filled this up with coffee. I was going to fill the 32-ouncer, but I would have probably been wired. I filled this up with coffee. Lasted hours and hours, very hot. I usually bring something like this that I fill in with coffee. And they really cool down fast. They do not last. Now, the only thing I've seen with these is they tell you don't use the dishwasher because these are double insulated and they're stainless steel on the inside. But they recommend that you hand wash only. Pretty much says it right there. So, you've seen on that display, they have brushes, bottle brushes, and they have so many different cool lids for this, for all of these, that you can actually get the straw lid, which I like when I'm driving, because in California, take a look. In California, we don't exactly have the greatest drivers. So if that airbag is going to deploy, if I'm driving along and I'm drinking like out of a straw lid like this is, I don't think I'm going to get that hurt. But if I'm drinking out of a bottle that has like this, and some nice California driver or Arizona driver, or wherever you're at, England driver, hits you from behind and that airbag deploys. Did you guys ever see that movie, Final Destination? This thing is going to go right through you. So if you're driving, I do 8-hour trips. I do 4-hour trips to Las Vegas. I'm probably going to get the straw lid for this. So that way, if you're driving and the airbag goes off, you know, you might get this in the chest, but it's not going to kill you. So that's the only thing that I haven't gotten for these flasks yet that I'm going to. All right, I've talked enough. My cousin, you told me so. Gone, out of the scene now. My everyday water flask. You people who are asking, here you go. You know, really, really, really good products. You can deck them out, put whatever stickers you want on them. That's up to you. But for what it's worth, I do drive, I do travel, I do go a lot of places. In fact, if you looked, I went on that 2-hour TMZ Hollywood tour. I brought this with me. It was sitting in the seat next to me. I actually drank almost the whole damn thing by the 2 hours was up. It was hot in Hollywood that day. It was in the 80s. And this kept the water ice cold. And I mean, this thing has seen some miles with me now. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I know it's a little different video than usual, but thank you very much for watching. And I look forward to doing another video and seeing you all again very soon. If you liked this video, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. If you have some comments or some recommendations on these, let me know. I'm new to these flasks. 2 months. I'm new to them. You might have some great ideas for these things, or you might know a lot more. All right. Until next time, it's Kensurfs. Have a great night.